Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is the makeup that I wore to my Thanksgiving dinner and I hope you guys enjoy it. For step 1, you want to prime your face. I use the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is amazing if you have oily skin. Hands down my favorite primer, and I have really oily skin. A little goes a long way with this product is another reason why I love it, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face. I use the Urban Decay Primer Eyeshadow Potion on my eyelids and my smile lines and around my nose. I tend to crease a lot there, and this primer is just amazing for that. And then I went ahead and did my eyebrows. I super fast forward through this because I do have a video on how I do my eyebrows, and I will link that below in the description box if you guys want to check that out. Also, I couldn't make this video super long. To prep my face, I use the Max Fix Plus. I love it because it really gets your face sticky, and you want sticky when you want your foundation to last a long time, or your makeup in general to last a long time. That's really important. So this foundation that I put on first is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and I noticed that it's a little dark for me, especially right now in the fall and with winter coming. I'm a little more pale than usual, but I was already recording and I didn't want to start all over again, so I just went with the flow. But to line it up, I did add my NYX Total Control foundation because that's my lighter foundation that I use for like winter and fall, like right now. So I went ahead and just applied that with it too. And I used a foundation brush to kind of blend those two foundations together and make sure that they equally rub all over my face. To blend my foundation into my skin, I use the Beauty Blender. I love the Beauty Blender. It is hands down my favorite tool to use when applying foundation or highlight or contour or anything like that. I just think it blends beautifully, and I really like the results. Like, there's no harsh lines or anything. To conceal my bags, I'm using the Shape Tape. I apply it also to my forehead and on the bridge of my nose and chin. And because I was feeling like my circles were a little extra dark that night, I went ahead and applied a lighter foundation immediately on my bags. And that one is the Instant Age Rewind, I believe. I will also link that below in the description box. To contour my face, I use the Benefit Hoola Cream Contour Stick. I really like this product. This is a new product for me. It blends very easily, and I love the color of it. I also have the powder form of Hoola from Benefit. To set my makeup, I'm using the Cover FX Mattifying Setting Powder. This setting powder is amazing for oily skin, and I love that it's not white because I'm not white and I need something that's going to blend more with my skin tone, and this definitely does the trick. It also helps with my wrinkles and creases and just staying matte all day, and I love it so much. So I'm going to just set that all over my face and bake while I do my eyeshadow. For my eyeshadows, I'm using the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. I wasn't really sure what look I was going for at the moment. I went with the custard yellow looking color first for my eyes. This color is a very good blending color. It's a very good neutral color. It can go with all sorts of color. It's a really good base powder for your eyes. And for the crease of my eyes, I used a chestnut color. I went ahead and rubbed that into the crease of each eye with the windshield wiper motion. You want to make sure that you blend your eyeshadow very well. You can never overblend. Blend your life away. I promise the more you blend, the better. For my lid, I use this kind of like a brown color, but it has like a tint of a red in it. You can see it on the camera, it almost kind of looks like a purple, like cranberry-ish. Like I said, I didn't know what I was doing at the moment. I really was just winging it the whole time. And I really did like how it came out. So I just applied that color all over my lids. And I applied it to the lower lash line. I feel like if you do this extra step when you wear eyeshadow, it really adds sexiness to your eyes. It makes you look sleepy but like sexy in a way, if that makes any sense. I really recommend you do that when you put on eyeshadow, especially if it's going to be like darker colors. For the lid, I went with a very shimmer kind of like a copper cranberry color from the semi-popular ColourPop palette. I didn't want to do I didn't want to do too intense of a makeup, or else I would have applied my Fix Pro with it. But I just wanted like a subtle makeup look. I mean, I really was just getting ready to go eat dinner, so I didn't bother too much to make it glam. Besides, later on you'll see that I add highlighter to the inner corners of my eye. I go ahead and brush off all my baking powder and any fall off from the eyeshadow. With my powder brush, I just rub that all over my face. Here's where I apply the highlighter in the inner corners of my eye. This is optional and definitely a little extra. Now it is time to apply lashes. Lashes has become one of my favorite parts of doing my makeup. You want to curl your lashes and you also want to tightline, especially if you're not using any eyeliner like I am in this look. And I mean like winged eyeliner. This is obviously an eyeliner pencil that I'm using to tightline my eyes. This really helps when avoiding skin poking out. I know a lot of times I see girls wearing false lashes and you can see like the skin between the hairs and the lash, and that's super unattractive. So this is just an extra step if you want to make sure that your lashes look as natural as possible. It never hurts to do a little extra. Then I'm going to apply my mascara. I like this telescopic mascara from L'Oreal because the wand is very small and it helps me get to my lower lash line. When applying mascara, you definitely want to make sure that you pay attention to the lower lash line because it is equally important. If anything, I feel like it makes your look when you're wearing mascara. I'm using the Hollywood Morphe lashes. They are my favorite lashes and they're just the perfect wispies I've ever seen. And they're so cheap, like $3, you can't beat that anywhere. So you want to apply a good amount of glue, but not too much because that's just going to make your lashes look ridiculous. And you want to make sure that the glue dries enough to where it gets tacky, because if you apply it while the glue's still wet, it won't stick to your lashes. And I like to start by applying the middle of the lash to my eyes first and then working the corners. I find it much easier to manipulate the lashes that way and place them as close to the lash line as possible. If you need to make adjustments, just make them quickly because the glue does continue to dry as we're doing this. I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side real quick. Look at the difference that lashes makes on the eye. Actually, it looks like I put a lot of effort into my eyes. I just love lashes, like I mentioned. It's like my new favorite thing about makeup. Besides eyebrows, lashes is like my favorite. So to set my makeup, I'm going to apply again the MAC Fix Plus and just go over my makeup again with a beauty blender. I'm just really double checking, making sure that I have no fine lines. Fine lines can really ruin your makeup look. And especially since I get creasy, I like to make sure that I do this almost too much, if that's... To finish off my makeup look, I'm going to apply highlighter to the high point of my face. This is a highlighter that I got in a BoxyCharm a while ago, and I love it so much. It came with a pink and a champagne color. I use them both, but the champagne one is my favorite. So I'm just going to apply that to my to the high point of my face, and look at that highlight. It just makes your face look so poppin'. It makes you look like you tried. It makes you look like you got your shit together. It makes you look like you have your life together. I love highlight. It's so pretty. And I'm going to add a pink one to my lips because I want my lips to be a different color. I'm going to use the MAC Striptease as the lip liner and base of my lipstick. I recently just bought this lip liner because I heard that it's really good for Latinas. Like, it's like the perfect nude. And I must say that it is true. It is a beautiful nude. I was going to wear it alone without the lipstick that I apply next. But then I just thought of being a little extra and I applied another lipstick as well. I applied the Kat Von D Lolita, which is another amazing, amazing nude. You should definitely try it if you haven't yet. Now to set my entire look, I'm going to use the Cover FX mattifying setting spray. You guys, everything that I use is to mattify my face because I have the world's the most oily skin. I cannot exaggerate that enough. It gets pretty bad sometimes. So everything that I use is matte, matte, matte. Matte foundation, matte primer, matte setting spray, matte setting powder. Just matte everything. I need matte. It's crazy. And I'm going to just make sure it's all dry before I go about my day. Fan myself off because I tend to get hot as I do my makeup. And then there you go, guys. That's pretty much it. That's the look that I went for this Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.